Ever since I've been using Claude, my productivity has soared through the roof. I mean, I'm doing my admin, my design, my coding work all through this one platform. It's pretty insane when you think about it. But now it gets even more exciting because Anthropic, the guys behind Claude, has just dropped Claude Design. And I took it for a spin and it's pretty exciting with what you can do. Now with Claude Design, you can upload a design system either through your Figma file or even a code project. And then from there, it'll grab all of your business context as well as your design context, which then you can use to create any type of asset that you want, from a prototype to a slide deck to a carousel post, you name it. Now this is especially powerful for me because I've been an avid user of Claude's project feature, which allows you to group similar chats into these project folders, which then makes Claude more efficient by grabbing all of the context so that it can give you the best possible answer. In Claude Projects, you can then create a memory file for better context. You can then enrich it further with instructions using MD files. You can add resources. So Claude's always good to go within the context of that project, so you can ask it to not just give you better answers, but build assets as well. I've been using it to build carousel posts, one pages, presentations, even landing pages. But with Claude Design, I think it takes it a step further with design systems, business context. Building from here, I think is going to be way more powerful than that. So I'm really excited to start to move my workflow into Claude Design for these type of assets. I'll demo what it's like creating a brand new design system from scratch from a project that I have, just to show you how it all comes together. Let's jump straight into it. Granular is this new project that I started out to help educate designers and design-led founders to upskill with AI, right? So I've got an early access page for it. I'm already driving traffic to it from my YouTube channel. So, I mean, you guys can check that out if you're interested as well. You may want to sign up too. And what would be really interesting is to test run this inside of Claude Design. You know, could I design better assets with Claude Design, right? Because you can see the assets that I can already create in projects. Is it a huge improvement going from projects to Claude Design? So let's jump into it. I'm going to copy the link over here. Okay, so with that link copied, we're going to go straight into design systems. We'll then go ahead and create new design system right over here. Let's drag some files. So we'll go to Granular. I have some logos in here. I can use all of these. I don't have a Figma for this project, nor do I have a GitHub for code. So I think the best place is to just upload all the HTML over here and give it a company name and blurb. So let's go ahead and do that. Granular is an educational platform run by Omar Farouk, founder and designer, exited glorify.com, building Blitzit, a productivity app, and worked on multiple products over the last decade. Through Granular, he is helping designers and founders upskill in AI to design beautiful products using AI. So this is what I have. More assets. I do have some other assets I can use. I'm going to go into my Claude chat. I'm going to download the latest workshop HTML that I have over here. So I'm going to go and download another asset from this chat. I had the carousel post that I created, so we can use that too. And we'll use my brand guidelines, which is in the same area. Somewhere in here I can find it, I'm sure. Found my brand guidelines here. We'll download that too. So that should give it enough context, hopefully. So we have a carousel post, brand guideline, and the workshop presentation. That should be more than enough to get this going. Okay, so I'm gonna hit continue to generation. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's starting to think, and it's getting the to-do list inline in the chat to give me a sort of clarity of what it's working on. And you can see the timer has begun for the 5 minutes, and we're going to see Claude get to work over here. You can expand these little inline actions to see what's actually happening sort of behind the scenes, right? And I'll just leave this tab open for the next 5 minutes and see what happens. So it's not even been a minute, but we can start to see the work area start to populate as it's working in the background. It's asking me to review the draft design system. So it is working as it has highlighted, but we can give it feedback while it's working. What I'm seeing over here is color and type CSS and some other aspects of the brand. So what essentially comes at the top here is what needs to be reviewed. And then underneath is just sort of all the assets it's created. So that's why you see the duplicate over here. But I can action one of these out, I can say it looks good or needs work. I don't know what I'm looking at here. It looks like it's code. So I feel like I should wait a bit longer till, this renders up, because, this looks meaningless to me. But what's also interesting is that as it starts to build out the design system, you'll see another tab called Design Files, which is where all of the sort of the MD documents is being created for the skill for this specific design system. And then all of the different assets that it's pulling and organizing. So you can see it's managed to pull our logos and it's built that out. So yeah, it's doing a great job as far as building out these assets and organizing the files. Let's continue to wait and see what happens. Going through all these inline assets, there's a bunch of stuff that needs to be reviewed. Maybe I'll go through this and start providing feedback. I don't see color and type CSS. I just see a bunch of code. Please verify if this needs to be rendered properly. Okay, logo mockups. We got the mark on black, word mark. Give me variations of the word mark, hopefully using an SVG format. The mark comes in orange on white, orange on black, white on black, black on white. The word mark comes in an orange rectangular container as well as a black rectangular container with orange dots and a white rectangular container with orange dots. And so create those variations too. Submit that. So I'm submitting essentially more prompts to polish up the design system. Primary colors. Yep, it's nailed that. We've got orange, black, white, off-white. Looks good. We've got a neutral scale. Brilliant. I'm happy with that. I didn't really, set that up. So it set it up for me, I believe. I don't know if we even had one to begin with. Maybe there was something in some of those files, the HTML files I provided, that it took and inferred. Semantic tokens. We've got foreground. So I guess this is just sort of what the tokens are if we're to use this in maybe a website or prototype. I'll just go ahead and click looks good for that. And then we have build beautiful, ship fast. So this is a display type. It managed to pull in space grotesque, which is what I was hoping. Yeah, this looks good. And then we have other type examples, the H3 with the body. I will go ahead and say that looks good. And then we have some other logo lockups. Now I already gave feedback for the previous one. Actually, I think this is based on my feedback, my previous feedback. So interesting, it's created the orange container, the black container version, and the white container variation. It's close, but not quite there. Let me just prompt it again. All the icons should be inside of a container. So in the context of having a rectangular rounded container, the dotted mark needs to be then embedded inside with the relevant padding. Please check my source files to create the correct variations. The variations are orange on white, black on orange, orange on black, and we can do some neutral variations as black on white, white on black. And then the word marks should always carry the icon mark inside of a container. That is in fact the icon mark. So please correct that and don't slap the word mark on a flat color, but instead slap it on either a black background or white background, depending on the variant. Okay, so that's my prompt. And so I'll submit this. All right, so we got some mono labels and eyebrow and pill designs. Let's accept that. And then we have our type scale. I'll accept that. We have spacing scale. Yep, in sort of the rule of fours, which I'm happy with. I'll accept that. Corner radius, happy with that. Elevation. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy with that. Backgrounds. Yep, that's good. Buttons. I don't want to stack the buttons into two lines of text. We gotta fix that. Buttons should always be a single line of text. Okay, we've got some pills and tags. That looks fine to me. Okay, the logo lockups have come back again in another review. Orange on white, perfect. Black on orange, perfect. Orange on black, perfect. Black on white and white on black. And then the light surface and the dark surface. Okay, I think again, we gotta improve this. So, okay, we got some cards in here. Nice. I think it's pulled this from my presentations. This looks good. Okay, I don't like the left kind of lines, the highlights. I've seen this before in my presentations. It just doesn't look good. Lose the left highlight on these cards. If we're gonna highlight anything, perhaps use a inner gradient glow, bottom left corner, radial gradient perhaps, or find another way of highlighting it, perhaps an outline. The check mark and X looks like perhaps an emoji or Unicode. Please use actual icons. Okay, here's the logo lockups again. Hopefully this is the final round. Yep, we got all our main marks. We got the neutrals, and then we got the word marks. Perfect. I think our font is lighter weight than that. Let's just find out. Can you review the files and find out the actual font weight in the word mark? Is this correct that we're using? So I'm asking a question there. I don't know if it'll answer a question. This is much better now. Yep, this is good to go. Like, you know, we had that all caps awkwardness before. So it looks good. Ooh, gradient's looking nice here. I'm happy with that. We'll say it looks good. We got some stat blocks over here. And then we have voice and tone. Nice. We got some iconography styles. Perfect. And then we got some marketing UI kit. Looking nice. So it's actually built like a sort of web page over here. Super nice. Again, let me ask it to lose the lines. Lose the line treatments in the stats, in the cards at the bottom in section 3. We don't need line highlights. Please reference the other design sections that we created earlier. Great. Stat blocks is good. Title cover looks good. Okay, I think that's it. Let's wait till all of this is done and see what happens. That's annoying. I hit a limit. That's probably why some of this stuff wasn't get rendered. Like it was working super efficiently, and at some point it slowed down, and I just hit a limit. And I think it's because this is a new feature, a new product. There's probably tons of people using it right now, hammering it, and it, you know, with Whisper and just going through this review process, you can kind of just, you know, load it up with prompts to just fix itself, right? And I think that's where it sort of hits those limits.